Just introduce yourselves really fast.
My name is Leonie. I'm a junior. I'm from Miami Beach.
And Eric.
I'm from Bucks County, PA.
Bucks County, dude. Leah will take you out there for a hot minute. When you come back in here, you're gonna pretend as though you're married. Okay, man. What's your name?
I'm Ryan.
Brian or
Ryan?
Ryan with an R. All right.
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay. Hang on. I didn't have my earpiece up. Ryan, Aaron,
And Abdullah.
what is it?
Abdullah.
Abdullah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what's up. You guys, the two of you need a sperm donor. Okay? You got three choices here.
Okay, well, if I was using a sperm donor, I guess I would try and pick someone that would...
We're told that not to see color, to look at these three men right here and just see them as human beings, and it doesn't matter. So first off, by the way, after class you said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I kind of called you out," or what did you say? So here's what's up. You guys, the two of you need a sperm donor, okay? Because, for whatever reason, Eric can't make it happen, and and you need sperm.
Okay.
And you got three choices here. So the two of you got to talk through, as though you're a married couple, like whose sperm are you going to use, okay?
From, looks?
It's going to be one of the three. So doesn't you just got to decide, who are you going to use?
Okay, well, if I was using a sperm donor, I guess I would try and pick someone that would create someone that looked like us.
Yeah,
Well, that would clearly be Aaron here. Dude, I know you were thinking they were going to just pick you just because of your sheer handsomeness, but why would that be? I'm just curious. In this world, why does it matter in this world?
Well, I'm from a big city, so I don't really differentiate people that well, but I personally am not a huge fan of having to explain myself. I don't I like talking to people, I like asking questions, but I've been taught that private matters are private, and that would be probably the route that would get me the least confrontation regarding it.
in a vacuum, in this world, I would rather have someone I care about in a privileged position, because otherwise, it's a fact that, a lot of black people in America are, unfortunately, they can be oppressed and bad things can happen to them just because they're black, right? So if I had the choice of making someone white or black, that I care about, I'd go white.
Do you go white?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, that's totally reasonable. Is that, hang on. Where's the other microphone? Do you have? Oh, dude, is that reasonable to you, bro?
I say yeah, it would,
Is that reasonable coming from a white guy? It's yeah, go ahead, choose a white guy.
that makes sense. I could from his perspective, I can see that making sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What about what she said? Does that make sense to you? What she said about, I'm not really big on I don't want to be talking to people all the time. Yeah, just pick the white dude.
I mean, we all have our own preferences. So what she wants, I can't say one way or another.
No, but that's not what she said. Say again what you said, because what you said was actually really, I thought, really insightful.
Well, okay, if you would put a Hispanic guy up here, to be blunt, either him or the Hispanic guy would have won for me, because I'm from a city where those are the two most the biggest racial people there. And in Miami Beach, that's the most common. So it has to do with the fact of where I would choose to then raise the kid and what would be the norm there, because that would cause the least amount of questions.
But Abdullah, he kind of could pass. Maybe not. Not his nose couldn't pass. No, because the bridge of your nose. Can you just see that? The bridge of his nose it's too thin up here, so he wouldn't pass it. He wouldn't pass as Hispanic, right? No, but he would in other ways, like from the side. But And if you mixed your egg with Aaron here, that's like white-black mix. Like that's Hispanic. There it is, man. He'd be killing it. You have a nice brown kid. You have like 2C hair. You'd be killing it, you know?
I think you picked out the guy in the end for me. I simply said I would choose the guy with the least confrontation, and you picked him out for me.
Okay, I got you. But I like what you said. No, you're right. No, but I'm actually I would have said what you first said. That's what I would say. I would be like, yeah, I'd probably pick the white guy.
That would make
I'd probably pick
child that looked the most.
I'd probably pick I want someone who looks closest to me. Because it just gets annoying all the time just to be telling your story constantly to strangers. So if you had a kid that looked like Aaron or Abdullah, either of you, and you had to tell the story all the time, no, he's really my child. Like, he is my child. No, you mean he was birthed? Yeah, I did. But it's like you'd have to be telling that story, and it just gets old after a while. It really is an interesting story because especially coming from Miami, Bucks County, it doesn't really matter. We're told that not see color, to look at these three men right here and just see them as human beings, and it doesn't matter. But the truth is, and as we live our sociological lives, it does matter, like the day to day. You remember Leonie from last class? Do you remember what you said about who you would choose? Can you go back to that?
I said that I would choose the person that would get me the least controversy, essentially, or the least questions. And you picked out the white guy for me, which I thought was kind of funny.
Dude, totally. And you thought it was funny because?
Because it kind of goes against what you assumed I would assume.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I just went there because, but in fact, where are you from?
Miami Beach.
You're from Miami Beach, right? So your background is Norwegian and Dutch, right?
Yeah.
So which is you don't get any more white than Norwegian and Dutch. But you live in Miami Beach.
Yes.
A very brown town.
Yes.
So truthfully, you probably would have fit in best. Like if you said, I'll take, if you don't want to be noticed by anybody, you could have picked any three of those people.
Yeah.
And that's what you had said. I want to pick any of the three people. And I assumed that you were saying like, oh yeah, okay, you want to pick the white guy to not be noticed. But in fact, given where you live, if you lived in a small town in central Pennsylvania, you'd pick the white guy if you don't want to be noticed.
Probably.
Yeah, but you said, but for you could pick either any of them really. And so that was, so first off, by the way, after class you said, oh, I'm sorry, I kind of called you out, or what did you say?
I said I didn't mean to embarrass you or call you out in front of a classroom. Because I said, oh, you picked the white guy, and you're like, no, you picked the white guy for me. Yeah.
And everybody laughed. I thought what was so interesting is that this is really what I want to talk about with you, is that you think you're taught, your generation in particular, is to not see color.
Yeah.
Right? So can you say, like, what exactly are you taught about not seeing color?
Well, up with so many different ethnic groups around me, I base it more off your style, your appearance, to me, appearance, your race doesn't fall under your appearance per se. It's how you carry yourself, what you're wearing, what you're doing, where you are, in a sense. That's what I judge you based off more than anything else.
But it's also but if you see color, what does that mean? Like, if you really identify color, it says something about you then, right?
Well, if someone holds pride in it, then that's a part of their personality. It's not part of their, appearance, unless they choose to display something with, beads in their appearance, then maybe I can make assumptions, but I'm not going to simply because of their color. Yeah,
I got you. But we learn, but it's this thing that we learn, that one of the reasons that I'm so often talking openly about these issues is because, white people in particular learn. If you identify or talk about someone's color, it's like you're seeing race, and you're not supposed to see race. Like, I didn't even notice you were black. Like, Darnisha there, oh my God, I didn't even notice Darnisha was black. Like, oh no, it didn't even dawn on me. Kind of stuff like that. It gets to absurd levels. And so I have the idea that a lot of people, if I ask them to do that exercise, a lot of white people in particular would never pick the white guy. Like, and we've done things like this before. You wouldn't even pick the white guy because if I pick the white guy, people will think I'm racist.
Out of fear?
Yeah, out of fear. Like, I don't want to be seen as racist. So you would then, somebody like you would say, but you didn't because you had a really cool sociological take on it. But like, I can't pick the white guy. They'll think I'm racist. So I got to say like, oh no, I would pick the black guy. Like, I would take his sperm, or the Arab guy. Like, it's all good. Like, cause I'm cool. Like, I'm not racist. Like, I don't see color like that. You know, this is the absurd levels that we get to in this world. You know.
If anything, growing up in a big city gave me that fear at an early age, because there isn't just race to look at. There's also gender and religion and everything else. So the goal at an early age is to just not make assumptions. So you assume nothing.
Especially in a place like Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you really are. And so ethnicity and nationality are key. Yeah, don't assume anything about it. And whether they're like Cuban American or Cuban or Dominican or whatever, whether they speak Spanish or don't speak Spanish, I mean, in Miami, it's just, it's one of those things.